Okay, so here we are in lab 2, and I'm trying to introduce you to GIS, Geographical Information Systems. This is a new tool that is being used in every aspect of life these days, okay? In order for you to be at this point, it means that you made your Learn ArcGIS account, hopefully by midnight tonight, June 30th. I sent emails and I sent announcements to every section. So hopefully you have the time to do that, because if you don't, then we're not going to have access to ArcGIS Pro, and that's going to cause a problem. So hopefully you've got your Learn ArcGIS account up. You've downloaded and installed ArcGIS Pro. And this company, Esri, they're very protective of this program, because it's $14,000 and they're letting us use it for free. So we have to be a little bit nice to them, right? We made a folder on a flash drive. On mine, I went under my biology lab and I put lab 2 GIS, so I can save my work as I go. And then we opened the tile for the work. We downloaded the Chesapeake water quality file, which is a zip file. We downloaded it and we extracted it. And then finally, we opened it with ArcGIS Pro. And that's where we are right now. Okay, that's what you're seeing. The way that the author does is it cuts the plan into 4 20-minute plans. I'm very curious to see how true this is. So let's see how it goes. So the first one is map, explore oxygen level data using charts. Okay. If we go to that, it gives you the instructions about downloading the zip file and opening it with ArcGIS Pro. Okay. Don't go into that ArcGIS free trial thing, please. Follow the instructions I gave you on the email or on the announcements. If you go to this ArcGIS free trial thing, it won't let you do it because of the COVID-19. Okay. All right. So we're going to go to really the first instructions on there, and let's see here. Trying to find it. So if you go to step 7 on there, it says in the contents pane for the Chesapeake Bay dissolved oxygen map, turn on the bay layer. So here's, oh, you know what? I just realized I have one more toy up my sleeve. And that is this little guy. There we go. Does that work? No. Let's try it one more time. There we go. That way you can follow my cursor, my mouse. So anyways, this is the contents pane over here. Okay. And we're going to move that out of the way. And here we have what's called layers. Okay, so in MapGIS, you have a map. Okay, so this is a Chesapeake Bay, of course, and it has multiple layers depending on what it is that you're trying to investigate. So you can look over here and look at the layers, and you can see that one of them is named dissolved oxygen. So if you click on that, you'll notice that the little pink dots underneath here appear all over the place, okay? Each one of these is a place where they've been taking data about the dissolved oxygen of the Chesapeake Bay. It's over 131 points, if I remember correctly. Okay. And what we're trying to see is the health of the bay, because if the oxygen levels go below, say, 5 or 6 milligrams per liter, life is no longer viable there. Okay. So you can turn a layer on or you can turn it off. Here's another bay, another layer here that's called the bay. You can click on it. You'll see that the bay turns a weird green color. Okay. Or you can turn it back off. So these are the layers. Okay. And in step 7, let's see, it says in the contents pane for the Chesapeake Bay dissolved O2 map, turn on the bay layer. So we're going to turn on the bay layer. Turns all that green. Depending on your default ArcGIS Pro configuration, the contents pane may not open. Let's not read that, okay? Because honestly, a lot of times when they say that this or that might not happen, it usually comes down to the it does happen in the default position of the software. Okay, on the map tab in the navigate group, so we go over here, there's a map tab, okay. Of the navigate group, click explore and zoom to the northern tip of the Chesapeake Bay. So what you do is you click on here, and when that guy is blue, it means that your mouse can do certain things. As a matter of fact, if you hold your mouse right there, it tells you that the right side allows you to view pop-ups, the button allows you to zoom and rotate, and the third button allows you to zoom continuous. So now you can use your mouse, and as you move it down, you can make it bigger, or you can make it smaller. Using the other button, you can do the same thing. Using the left button, you can move it down or you can move it up. And that's what they're trying to tell you, is that if you want to move the map, or if you want to make it bigger or smaller, okay, you can use your mouse as long as this explore button is highlighted. If it's not highlighted, then it won't do that. So that's an important point, okay? Let's see. Learning a lot. I don't know if you guys are learning, but I'm learning a lot. Okay, then on step 9, it says in the contents pane, so we're going back to the contents pane, click the bay layer to select it. So we're going to go to the bay layer, and we're going to select it just like that, okay? On the ribbon, click appearance. So we're going to go up here. This is a ribbon. We're going to click on appearance. And then in the effects group, we're going to click swipe. So we look at the effects. Here's the effects group. There's swipe right there. We're going to click on swipe. Okay. It says now when you point to the map, the pointer changes. So see how my pointer looks like a black triangle? Okay. Move the pointer up and down or left and right to hide the bay layer. So we'll move over here to the bay, we'll click on it, and we can see that as we move it, the bay layer appears or disappears. Okay, very cool. Now, why would we care? You know, if you have more than one layer here, and you want to take a peek under one of the layers, you can use this and peek under the layer and go, oh, okay, I see what's under there. And that allows you to look at at least two different things on the same map at the same time. So you can do it up or down. You can also do it left or right. So if you move your mouse, see if I can do it. You're supposed to be able to move your mouse sideways, and it goes sideways. I have trouble doing it, obviously. Let's see here. Oh, well, anyways, that allows you to play with one of the layers. Very, very neat. Okay. And let's see here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to turn off the bay layer over here, turn on the dissolved oxygen layer over here, and we want to kind of look at this place over here. So if you forgot how to do that, what you do is you go to the ribbon, you click on Map, you click on Explore, and then you're allowed to use your mouse to move things around. And okay. And you can see everything around just like that. Okay. So we've gotten quite a bit done now. Now we're going to move to the next part where it says create a line chart of dissolved oxygen. Okay. So this is cool because we're going to start doing some analysis. Okay. So it says in the contents pane, right click on dissolved oxygen. So here's the contents pane. Here's the dissolved oxygen. We're going to right click on it. Okay. It says point to create chart. So we're going to go down to create chart and then choose line chart. So we're going to go to the right. There's line chart. So we're going to click on it. Okay. And we're trying to form a line chart. It says the chart properties pane and the dissolved O2 chart of dissolved O2 panes open. So if you notice over here, we have the chart properties, okay, and the dissolved O2 panes open. In the chart pane, on the data tab, so on the chart pane, okay, on the data tab, for date or number, choose sample date. So we're going to click on the down arrow and we're going to click on sample date, okay? For aggregation, here's aggregation, choose mean, which is an average. See that cool information here? Is that cool? So here we go down and we're going to click on mean or average. There it is. The chart now shows an average or mean of the dissolved oxygen measurements for each date. Under series, so now we got to go to series. Let's see here. Check measured value. Okay. So this is going to be measured value. Measure value. There it is. And then we're going to click on apply. Boom. And there it is. Not too bad. So now we're finding the average of the O2, okay? Let's see. This is in the time beginning option section for interval size, choose 5 days. So time beginning options, 5 days. That's correct. For empty bins, okay. For empty bins, right down here, choose connect line. So we click on connect line. Notice that the lines that were not connected here are now connected. Okay. Let's see. Oops. So it's important to notice that up here, the title has changed. Okay, notice that it says chart properties dissolved O2, change in mean, measure, or value over time. So this is reflecting the fact that we carried out this event right here. Okay. Okay, now we're going to filter the line chart, this guy right here, to show only the summer 2014 data. Okay. So if you go to step 1, it says, in the catalog pane, expand the tasks folder. If the catalog pane isn't open, on the view tab, so we're going to go to the view tab, click. On the view tab, in the Windows group, click catalog. So we're going to go to catalog in the Windows section, okay? And choose catalog pane. So here's catalog pane. We're going to click on it and our catalog pane comes up. There it is. Okay. All right. Double click the filter samples for summer 2014, summer 2015. So over here under tasks, we're going to click the arrow to expand it. Okay. And here it says filter samples for summer 2014, 2015. We're going to double click on it. Okay. The task pane opens. There it is. In the task pane, double click summer 2014 filter. So here's summer 2014 filter. Okay. We're going to double click it. The task opens. There we go. The task opens. The task consists of one step that executes a 3-part query. Okay, so this is very cool. In ArcGIS, you can carry out queries. And those queries can be anything. It could be, right now we're working with oxygen, but it can be tree height, it can be building size, it could be building volume, it could be age of building, it could be length of road. I mean, it's an infinite number of things that we can do. So this is just one example, okay? The task opens, this task consists of one step that executes a If you're wondering why this video is so quirky, is because every few minutes I've got somebody walking in or the cell phone ringing or something and I have to pause. So I apologize about that, but I can't stop people from coming in. Anyway, so here we are. This taskbar came up and under parameters, under a layer name, we have dissolved oxygen. And under selection type, we have new selection. And we have a query here, okay? And this query hasn't been run yet, but this is something else that you can learn to do. So here it says the total depth, don't click on any of this, I'm just showing it to you. Where the total depth is greater than 5, okay, and the sample date is after, you have a date. So essentially you're querying from the data a certain event taking place in between a certain number of dates. And this was already set up for us, okay? So that all we have to do is click run and have this query take place on these dates. And if you remember, the purpose of doing this is to find out when we're having poor oxygen saturation, which is less than 5 or 6 per liter here. So we're going to click on run. And notice that it got highlighted down here. Do you see that? So there's little there's little blue dots showing where this query has found the information in this data set. Okay. So now, at the top of the line chart, step 5, at the top of the line chart, we're going to go to filter by selection. We're going to go ahead and click on it. And what that did is it took that little blue area and expanded it to all this. Okay. So remember, the query was, when do we hit below 5, right? Okay. It says in the task pane, click finish to stop running the task. So we're going to click on finish, and we're done. Very, very cool. Okay, we got one more thing to do, and we're done with these first 20 minutes, I hope. All right, the last thing that we're going to do is create a filtered histogram chart, okay? So the same concept as here, we're going to filter data, but this time instead of being in a line chart, it's going to be in a histogram chart. So it says in the contents pane, so we're going to contents pane here. And go back to the contents pane. If you go all the way to the bottom here of the task pane, at the bottom, you'll see at the bottom it says tasks, and then it says contents. Click on contents, and it sends you back to the contents pane. So in the contents pane, we're going to right click on dissolved O2. So there's our dissolved O2, right click. We're going to point to create chart. So we're going to go to create chart, and then we're going to choose histogram. There it is, boom, histogram. And just like before, we're going to tell it what to do. In the chart properties, so now we are here in chart properties under histogram. And the data tab, we're in the data tab, okay? Make the following changes. For the variable number, choose measure value. So we're going to click here, and we're going to go into measure value. We're measured values. For the number of bins, choose 64. This is really cool. So right now we have 32 bins that's analyzing this data, okay? And you can increase the resolution of the data by increasing the number of bins. So right now we have 32. The author is telling us to increase it to 64. So you can see that as the number of bins increases over here, the resolution increases more and more. Is that neat? I'm almost there. There we go, 64. Okay. Let's see. This is the histogram updates to display only selected samples for summer of 2014. In the summer of 2014, most of the data measured range between 3 milligrams per liter and 9 milligrams per liter dissolved oxygen. The average or mean level of the 3 summer months was 5.26 milligrams per liter. So, and you can see that by oh, there you go. Okay. Let's see. We're almost done. Okay. Notice that if you put your pointer anywhere in the histogram, it tells you the counts and the measured value. Okay. We go all the way over here. That's 0.3 to 0.5. milligrams per liter. That's what's called a dead zone. There's no oxygen there. So that's a cause for concern. Okay. All right. What's left to do? We're going to go ahead and close the chart properties pane by Xing out right here. And then we're going to save your project by going up right here in the upper left-hand corner. And it says save the project. You also have, you can also create a new project, but go right here and save it. Actually, let's do one more thing before we do that, huh? Let's close the chart panes also. So we'll close this guy. We'll close that guy. The work hasn't disappeared. It's still there. And then we'll save our project. What do you think? Was that 20 minutes? We'll find out soon enough. Okay. I'll have the second one going here pretty soon, okay? Thank you.